Bad news doesn't stop there for President Biden.
Yeah, new polling from the Wall Street Journal shows voters are pessimistic about the Biden economy and the president's overall leadership. Joe Concha is here to react to that. Good morning, Joe. So let's get to one of the polls that the Wall Street Journal released, and they say that 61% say the economy is headed in the wrong direction, and 46% expect the economy to get even worse this year. And the thing that I found interesting about this poll, Joe, is that it was taken after the infrastructure bill passed. So the Biden administration, I guess, not seeing the bump that they thought they would under that bipartisan bill passing.
Yeah, Carly, a few on things to unpack from this poll. And it's the economy stupid, obviously, is number one, the old Bill Clinton campaign slogan that led him to victory in 1992. But look, you see the president stuck at 41% approval overall, 57% disapprove. That's despite a mostly friendly press, by the way. We're not even 1 year in. As you said, no bump from the bipartisan infrastructure bill signed last month. That was supposed to change the tide here. But core support for Biden is also patently soft, guys. Just 19% strongly approve of the president, while 46% strongly disapprove. So you have a weak base there, unlike the previous president. Among independent voters, and this is always a very crucial tab to look at, because these are the folks who decide elections. The president is at 30% approval. 3 in 10 independents approve. Speaking of 3 in 10, as you said, only 30% of the country expects the economy to improve in 2022. So you're looking at a pessimistic electorate at this point. Sorry, a little rusty. I haven't been up this early in a couple days. So overall, look, by incredibly high margins, more voters think inflation will get worse rather than better this year, that crime and border security will get worse before it gets better this year. Almost no good news for Team Biden and Democrats, guys.
Well, I'm going to clarify that for a second. I feel like on the specifics, you're 100% right. I feel like this was very positive for Republicans. But to be clear, I would have expected the following numbers, which are a little bit more generic, to be more in the favor of Republicans. And quite frankly, I don't think that they are. Let's pop these up right now. If the election for Congress were held today, which candidate would you support? 41% Democrats, 44% Republicans. It's a 2.5% margin of error. So more or less, that's a tie. You are a messaging expert, Joe Concha. What does the GOP need to do with its messaging, specifically on the economy, in the next, 10 months as we lead up to November 2022?
Yeah, Todd, I looked at that tab and I looked at the wording in the question. It said, all things being equal, who would you vote for? All right, well, I don't know if that's the way I would have phrased that, with all due respect to the Wall Street Journal. All things aren't equal at this point. People feel inflation. They feel gas prices. They see what's happening at the border. They see Americans still left behind in Afghanistan. They see what could be a very potentially dangerous situation with Russia and Ukraine. They see what's happening with their educational system. They see what's happening with major crime in American cities overall, and outside of American cities for that matter. So the messaging for Republicans should be, we are the common sense party. We don't believe in defunding the police, which Democrats are now saying, oh, yeah, by the way, we aren't either. We're more for refunding the police. We believe that parents should have a say in their kids' education. It worked in Virginia. You might as well make that a national issue. We believe that Americans should be out of Afghanistan. We will try to double those efforts that the Biden administration has basically not talked about anymore. We will not add trillions in spending that will obviously lead to more inflation and make things worse on the economy. If they just say those very simple things that if you're running for senior class president, you would understand would be good messaging, that would be what wins the day, guys.
That sounded like a campaign speech from Joe Concha. Joe, do you have an announcement? Are you running for something? That's very campaigny.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I ran for senior class president against a guy named Tom Begley, a very average candidate who's probably watching right now, and I lost, and I never forgot about it. I will have my revenge.
Begley!
We got Begley. Thank you. You have my vote always. All right,
Thank you, Carly.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.